Hello students, I am Ravi Karan Singh, a teacher in Excellence Higher Secondary School, Nagaur. I am going to start a teaching program for the benefit of students during this lockdown period. So I am going to take the first lesson of our textbook, the spectrum of class 12th. You know the name of the first lesson? Name of the first lesson is Teach Me to Listen, Lord. So open to page number 1 in your textbook. Teach me to listen, Lord. This is the first lesson, and we will discuss on it today. This is a poem in form of a prayer. You can see there are two questions given in bracket at the very start of a lesson. What is more important, to speak effectively or to listen attentively? This is the first question given there. And the second question is, whom should we listen to and how? These are the two questions, and they will be answered during the reading and understanding of this lesson. ज़्यादा महत्वपूर्ण क्या है, प्रभावी ढंग से बोलना या ध्यान से सुनना? एक प्रश्न ये था, और दूसरा प्रश्न है कि हमें किसको सुनना चाहिए और कैसे? Listen, L-I-S-T-E-N. Most of you know that listen means sunna. But perhaps you don't know the deeper meaning hidden in this word. We generally feel that just anything which we hear is also a listening. No, there is difference between listening and hearing. Listening requires dedication, practice and devotion. If you want to listen, you have to pay attention to those words. Otherwise it will become a hearing, because hearing comes to your ears and goes away. You don't remember it. It just passes away. But listening rests in your mind. It cools your mind. So the poet wants to learn the art of listening, because he perhaps feels that he doesn't know the art of listening. That is why there is a problem in the world. So through this poem, the poet wants us to learn the art of listening. So let's start the lesson. Teach me to listen, Lord, to those nearest me. The poet says to the God, कि ओ God, please teach me, मुझे सिखा दो, सुनना सिखा दो. किसको सुनना सिखा दो? To my family, my friends and my co-workers who are nearest to me. जो मेरे करीब हैं, आस पास हैं, मैं उनकी तो बातों को सुन लूँ, कभी उनको भी सुनना सीख लूँ मैं. Help me to be aware that no matter what words I hear. मुझे मेरी ऐसी मदद करो हे ईश्वर, so that I can be aware, ताकि मैं जागरूक हो सकूं to the words of theirs, उनके शब्दों के प्रति, कि no matter what words they say, कि कौन से शब्द से बोलते हैं, what language they use to speak, how they express themselves, it doesn't matter. But I should be able to understand their message. ओ गॉड प्लीज help in that way that I understand their message. And what is the message that they give? Accept the person I am, listen to me. And those nearest people, they want to send us the message. What is the message? Accept the person I am. Means मुझे एज ए व्यक्ति के रूप में स्वीकार करो, जैसा भी हूं मैं. हमारे करीब के लोग क्या चाहते हैं? दे वांट टू बी एक्सेप्टेड बाय अस. वो हमारे द्वारा स्वीकार किए जाना चाहते हैं. दे वांट दैट वी रिकग्नाइज देम कि दे आर अवर्स. दैट्स व्हाट दे वांट. दे डोंट वांट टू मेनी थिंग्स. दे जस्ट वांट टू बी रिकग्नाइज्ड एंड एक्सेप्टेड बाय अस. So this is the message given by nearest people, and the poet wants us that we should be able to listen to them in this first stanza. Now we move to second stanza now. Teach me to listen, Lord. Further he says the same line. Teach me to listen, Lord. हे ईश्वर मुझे सुनना सिखा दो. क्या सुनना सिखा दो? In the first stanza he was talking about the people who are nearest to him. Now he moves ahead, he moves forward. He says, I want to listen to those who are far from me. To those far from me, जो मुझसे दूर हैं. Far, FAR, this is far. Near and far are opposite words. पास और दूर. अब दूर चला गया. Teach me to listen, Lord, to those far from me. And who are the people far from me or us? The hopeless, the forgotten, the anguished. In these three lines, those three type of people are given there. And this is very important question also for the examination purpose. Who are the people far from us? So these people, three type of people are far from us. The hopeless, the forgotten, and the anguished. The whisper of the hopeless. Whisper means low quiet sound. You can see that there is that word meaning is given below one at point number 1. Low quiet sound यानी दबी हुई आवाज. अब द होपलेस यानी निराश लोगों की दबी हुई आवाज. निराश लोगों की दबी आवाज को मैं सुन सकूं. द प्ली ऑफ द फॉरगॉटन, जो भूले हुए लोग हैं, जिनको लोगों ने भुला दिया है, उनकी प्ली को सुन सकूं मैं. प्ली, उनके आर्गुमेंट को सुन सकूं, उनके निवेदन को सुन सकूं. एंड द क्राई ऑफ द एंग्विस्ट, एंड जो पीड़ित व्यथित है, जो सफरिंग पीपल हैं, उनकी भी आवाज को मैं सुन सकूं. दैट्स व्हाट द पोएट वांट टू से इन दीज लाइन्स. सो ओ गॉड प्लीज guide me in that way so that I can hear the voice of these people and their message. And these people are called people far from us, and we can memorize again and again that these people are far from us. And who are the people far from us? The hopeless, the forgotten, and the anguished. These three type of people. Okay, so 2 stanzas are complete now. In first stanza, the poet is talking about people who are nearest to us. He wants to listen to them. In second stanza, he wants to listen to the people who are far from us. Now we move forward again. Next stanza. Teach me to listen, Lord, to myself. The same 2 lines, but the 2 lines are different. Teach me to listen, Lord. हे ईश्वर मुझे सुनना सिखा दो. टू माई सेल्फ. माई सेल्फ मीन्स हम अपने को, स्वयं को. वी, आवर सेल्फ, मैं स्वयं. पोएट अपने आप को सुनना चाहता है. इट इज क्वाइट आयरनी दैट वी डोंट नो टू लिसन आवर सेल्फ. अकॉर्डिंग टू द पोएट, कवि के अनुसार ऐसा कहा जा सकता है कि वो कहता है कि हम खुद को नहीं सुन पा रहे हैं. तो ही वांट टू से दैट ओ गॉड प्लीज टीच मी टू लिसन, लॉर्ड, टू माई सेल्फ. हेल्प मी टू बी लेस ऑफ्रेड एंड मेक मी लेस ऑफ्रेड. मुझे कम भयभीत बना दो. मेरे अंदर का जो भय है वो निकाल दो. If you are less afraid, you can listen the voice of yours. यदि आप डरे हुए कम हैं तो आप अपनी आवाज़ सुन सकते हैं according to the poet. So help me to be less afraid, to trust the voice inside. Because if you are not afraid, you are nirbhik, then you can rely on your inner voice. That's what he says. We can trust, believe to our inside voice in the deepest part of me, and that voice comes from the deepest part of ours. हमारे दिल के, हमारे शरीर, हृदय के गहराइयों से वो आवाज़ आती है, and that voice is actually always right. That voice is capable in distinguishing between right and wrong. But because we are afraid, we try to ignore this voice, and we are not ready to accept it. That's why the poet says, "Oh God, please make me less afraid so that I can understand that and trust that deepest part of voice of my deepest part of me." So in this stanza, the poet wants to listen to himself, his inner voice, and which is very trustworthy, and he wants to trust it, but the condition is that he should be less afraid. Then he can do that. Now we move to stanza number 4. Teach me to listen, Lord, for your voice. Your voice, because the poet is praying to God. So God से वो कह रहा है your voice means God's voice. ये क्वेश्चन भी परीक्षा में आता है कि your voice means God's voice. The poet wants to listen to God's voice also. In first stanza, he wanted to listen the voice of nearest people. Then he wanted to listen to the voice of people who are far from us. Then he wants to listen his inner voice. Now he wants to listen the voice of God. Voice of God. And he says, "Oh, teach me to listen, Lord, for your voice." And he wants to listen the voice of God everywhere, in busyness, व्यस्तता में भी, in boredom, bore हो रहा हो, not feeling jubilant in that scenario also, in certainty, in doubt, certainty, निश्चितता हो, हर चीज क्लियर हो तो भी ईश्वर की आवाज सुनना चाहता है. in doubt, he has doubts in his mind, तब भी सुनना चाहता है. in noise, शोरगुल हो, भांति भांति की आवाजें आ रही हूँ, वो सुनाई ना पड़ रहा हूँ, but still he wants to listen the voice of God. and in silence, और शांति में भी, जब सब कुछ शांत हो, सब क्लियर हो, फिर भी ईश्वर की आवाज सुनना चाहता है. Teach me to listen, Lord. The poet said, "Oh God, please teach me in that way so that I can hear your voice also." In these last 4 lines, there is some kind of opposite words are given. Suppose busyness and in boredom, not completely opposite, but still they have some oppositeness in them. Busyness and boredom, certainty and doubt, noise and silence. So you can memorize them also. They are opposite in sense. So all in all, the poet wants to learn the art of listening in this poem, and that's what he wants to say. As far as the poet is concerned, the poet is anonymous. Means poet is unknown actually. Who wrote this poem? It is not in records. So we have to write them as anonymous. Now I am going to suggest you some important questions on this topic. Suppose 1 mark questions are there which are asked in question papers. As in first 2 lines there is given nearest, opposite term nearest, asked sometimes to farthest, farthest, F-A-R-T-H-E-S-T, farthest is the opposite of nearest. Far, opposite is near. Similar meaning word is also asked. Aware, aware word is given, so you are asked to give the similar meaning word of aware in sometimes in question papers. Hopeless, opposite of hopeless is hopeful. Inside, there is one word inside, opposite is outside. Trust, trust word is given there. If you are asked to give similar meaning word, believe, trust, believe. Doubt, certainty, they are opposites as I told you. So all these vocabulary words are given to you, and you should pay attention to those words, and this way the lesson is completed. You can go through it and memorize it, and try to find the problems. If any is there, you can ask me. Okay, we will take up the question answers next time. Okay, thank you.